What's up guys, this is TCG Sam here, and in today's video I got for you guys an updated Invoked Shaddoll deck profile for the January 2021 format. But before we begin, I just want to ask you guys to please remember, if you haven't already, leave a like, comment, subscribe, because it really helps keep me motivated to keep posting more videos like this. But yeah, without any further ado, let's just hop straight into it. So, as the name of the deck suggests, it's Invoked plus Shaddolls, obviously. 3 aleister, the invoker. This is your normal summon, you always want to see it, so you definitely gotta play 3. And then for the Shaddolls, triple Shaddoll Wendy, triple Shaddoll Skomata. These are also very standard. I don't think I have to explain those. You always want to see those good ones in your hand. And then next to the other Shaddolls, 2 Beast, 2 Hedgehog, 2 Ariel. So this is gonna might seem a little strange, but I think 2 Beast is standard. You don't really want to draw it because it's a level 5. But it's very good to summon off Shaddoll Wendy as a quote-unquote follow-up, and kind of puts pressure on your opponent a lot, because if you just flip it up, you draw to discard one. If it stays on the board and you use it for fusion material the next turn, you just draw another one, which is pretty crazy. And then Hedgehog, obviously, to search more Shaddoll monsters to keep up your hand advantage. I actually bumped Ariel up to 2 this format because of just how prevalent the graveyard is. Ariel is just super good at getting rid of your opponent's stuff. And of course, if you use it on your opponent's turn and summon Construct, this Construct essentially becomes a triple DD Crow, which is just absolutely crazy. But that's because before, summoning Construct wasn't really an interruption on your opponent's turn. You can send a Dragon, sure, but like otherwise, now like Ariel is just super good. And with the Invoke stuff, you're going to be banishing your Shaddoll monsters a lot. So if you set this off a Wendy, it can be a very good recovery play. That's why I think double Ariel is pretty good this format. And then finally, 1 Shaddoll Dragon, only because of the prevalence of back row decks. You guys just feel free to cut this. I don't think you need another one. You can just probably get away with playing like 3 Hedgehog or 3 Beast instead. It's like all the core ones that are always good to fuse with, because like Ariel, like going first, isn't really good to fuse with, but like Hedgehog and Beast, even though it's not Skomata, you don't mind fusing with it. So Dragon, if you want, you can switch it out for that. I just personally like the extra pop you get with Dragon. And then one of each of the clowns. This is to facilitate OTKs. The clowns are very good. Obviously, sending it off Shaddoll Fusion just gives you so much advantage. And of course, there are more light monsters for your Shaddoll targets. And then for the hand traps, triple Ash, and then the Gamma package. So Ash Blossom is just the most generic hand trap this format. I feel like with the prevalence of like all these like rogue decks running around, Ash is just good against every single one of them. It's always going to be at least applicable in every single matchup. Gamma is very good, especially 1 is because of it's a light, and 2, it protects your fusion spells, which is just huge going second. Because like your Shaddoll fusion going second is a huge blowout, and especially if you're able to protect it with Gamma, it becomes an even bigger blowout, which is just crazy. That's why just Gamma is so good. Of course, it can end turns as well, so I feel like Gamma is definitely needed at 3 here. If you don't want to play Ash, you can play like Nibiru or something, because it's another light target. And then for the Shaddoll stuff, 3 Shaddoll Fusion, 3 L Shaddoll Fusion. Very standard. In this deck, these are going to be resolving more often. And that's going to be because we have triple Meltdown. So obviously Meltdown searches aleister, but its other use is like very underrated, and some people may not know about it. It just protects your fusion spells from being negated. So if this is face up, your opponent's not really going to negate this, because they're just going to save their negation for your aleister, right? Because that's the correct play to do. So if you activate it, they're like, okay, sure, let it resolve. You search aleister, they negate your aleister, sure, whatever. You still have a Shaddoll Fusion, because like that's the crazy thing. It protects Shaddoll Fusion going second, and Shaddoll Fusion is just such a huge blowout. Because like, and if they don't negate it, you have a mechaba anyways, right? You're making a mechaba anyways to protect that Shaddoll Fusion from like hand traps and monster effects. So honestly, Meltdown is just so crazy. Consistency card and like a huge power card that like protects your huge power cards, which is actually crazy. I only play double Invocation. I really don't like playing 3. Like, yeah, I understand you can use it as a regular poly to fuse away the Shadolls in your hand, but like, I just really do not like it at 3, because it just doesn't seem that good. Like, I don't really want to draw this I don't really want to draw like this and aleister, for example. And like, I just feel like double is more than enough, especially because you're not playing Desires either. Like, double Invocation, definitely more than enough in my opinion. And then for the 1/1 Terraforming for consistency, Foolish Burial for consistency, and a Call by the Grave to protect against hand traps. Because when you're putting the aleister engine in, like, you do tend to lose a little harder to draw, so Gamma. Oh, I forgot to mention at the Gamma part. Gamma can stop Droll as well on when you activate like Terraforming or Meltdown or something. But Call by the Grave is just another way to stop like the hand traps against your deck. And then finally for the Shaddoll traps, 1 Schism and 2 Resh. So Resh, 1, you're using it right up in the combo with Aerial. But I like the second one to grind a lot. Because this deck, I feel like it can grind super well because of just how much of a follow-up you get every single turn with your aleister. You just get it back every single turn, and that's a follow-up for the next turn. This can play on your opponent's turn. If you got a Construct Engrave, activate this, bring back Construct, send the Aerial. It's just so good. That's why I just like Double Resh so much. It just helps you grind so well, and obviously Schism, very nice card. That's it for the main deck. 40 cards to maximize consistency. And for the extra deck, I play triple Construct. So you guys don't even have to play 3. I feel like 2's like enough personally, but like I feel like all the diehard Shaddoll fans are gonna get angry that I'm playing like less than 3. But like yes, this card is very incredible. And the good thing about it is once it hits the grave, you get Schism, you get a Construct every single turn. So like maybe 3 is really necessary. Next, double winda. I only play 2 winda in this build instead of 3 because you have your invoked monsters as secondary win conditions, so you don't really need to maximize on the winda. But summoning double winda is just super powerful and very oppressive. Then I play double Apclone. This is a personal preference. You in reality only need 1, but I like the second one because a lot of people, from what I know, have gone back to playing Dogmatica Maximus, and this is just gonna punish them so hard because you're gonna search either Shaddoll Fusion if they're playing like Zodiac Dogmaticas, or if they're not, you can just search any Shaddoll monster, which is just absolutely insane. And you always want another one to summon because it just negates anything permanently. That's actually crazy. And like when it dies, it floats. It can't really be killed by battle, so it's a good stalling card too. So like I just felt this was super good, especially with the second Aerial. So you're gonna be able to make it more often. And then for the invoke stuff, 1 Purgatrio. This one is going to seem a little interesting because of the Magistus link. It's a thing now. You guys may not be playing Salamangreat Almirage, but I'm still playing it in this build, and I'm going to explain why like for later on. But Purgatrio obviously works with Ash as well. This is just a super nice OTK card. And then my personal addition, I really like Invoked Caliga. It's pretty much a floodgate. Like against Drytrons, what are they going to do? They can only attempt to activate 1 monster effect per turn. Okay, activate your Drytron. Alright, they have to come out in defense, so you summon it, and you just and they just pass. Like they can't do anything. And if they try running over it, oh, okay, activate aleister, alright, and they're not gonna be able to run over it. This card's just absolutely insane because it uses dark monsters, and obviously your Shaddoll cards are dark monsters. Plus, you can bring it back with Crush It because it's a level 4. That is huge. And this card can just honestly, this and Winda, like, it's actually so hard for your opponent to kill. Especially if you have an aleister backing it up. It's just absolutely incredible. And then 1 mechaba, pretty standard for the regular light combo. Mechaba is just a very nice card. And Invoked Agoides. This card is also like a low-key OTK machine, which is why I think Purgatrio may or may not be necessary, because you put all your fusions in grave, you summon it, you banish one of your Shaddoll fusions, and all of them are pretty big actually, 22, 25, and 28. This card just gets upwards to close to like 4 to 5k. That's half your opponent's life points right there, plus Aleisters and stuff and your other monsters. So this actually outs Dragoon as well by just running over it, which is pretty cool. For the links, play 1 Almirage, 1 Secure Gardener. So now I know the Magistus link is a thing, but unfortunately I do not have it. So I would think the Magistus link is a lot better in this build, because for the reason you can normal summon any of your spellcaster Shaddoll. So like mainly it's gonna be like turning Dragon and Squamata into a light monster, because now you could still normal summon an Aerial or a Hedgehog and turn it into this. But like for hands like Squamata fusion spell, like the Magistus link just becomes so much better. And also, like I said, you can completely cut like these two, put in the Magistus link. You can take out Purgatrio as well, so you have 2 extra slots available. And then on top of these 2 links, you can play a Borreload or something for an OTK, and a Gravity Controller, in my opinion. So like that's what I would take out for these. But personally, I just don't have the Magistus link, but I think the Magistus link is just a lot better, because obviously it serves the same purpose as the Almirage Secure Gardener package. So yeah, just keep that in mind. But yeah, last 2 cards, Cross Shape Unicorn. Cross Shape's just incredible, any fusion deck. And then unicorn is just good to summon. You summon something back with cross sheep, and then you just make a unicorn and just out whatever, which is really, really nice. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna do it for the deck profile, guys. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments below. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and be sure to stay tuned for a test hand video coming soon. I already have a combo video of this. The combos haven't really changed, so you guys can check that out. You can end on boards like Appaloosa, Mechaba, Caliga, Winda, like all at once. It's actually pretty crazy how nice this deck can be. People just kind of forgot about it as it fell to the wayside, but I feel like it can still definitely compete with the meta. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Let me know if you guys want to see some duels with it, because I can definitely do that. But yeah, without wasting more of your time, I'm just gonna end it here. I just want to thank you guys so much for watching once again, and I will see you soon.